It's Vernisa, and I'm here to speak up. It's time to speak up. Hello, everyone. My name is Vernisa, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Shout out to the new listeners out there. For those of you that don't know, the mission statement for this podcast is we will use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. So this is a place for self-love and respect. Before I get started, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsor. Shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with them for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. I'm actually excited about tonight's episode. I got a really dope artist in the building, so I'm looking forward to this interview. Y'all give it up for Quincey White. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, welcome to SpeakUpJV. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Having a great start to my year, so feeling real rested.
Yeah, man, we here, right?
Yeah, we made it. Yep. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from South Central LA. Born and raised. Started doing music when I was about 14 years old. Been doing it ever since. Now I'm getting into acting. I have a daughter. She's 9, about to be 10 this year. So just living life, you know.
I love that. So what initially got you into music and acting?
Well, I was just fans of both. You know what I mean? Like just growing up as a kid, listening to all the artists I like. I just felt like it was a way to express yourself, and me not hanging around so many people as a kid, it was a way for me to like get all of my thoughts out and not have to share them with like anybody personally, but it's still sharing it though. It's weird.
I love that. It's a platform, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so tell us about. I'll cut you off. I'm sorry. So tell us about your project, No Fairy Tales.
Oh yeah, I dropped it December. Just went on a promo run for it. Got Dave on it, Styles P, D Smoke. Just moving, just trying to get it out.
Mm-hmm. I love the project, by the way. It's dope. I loved it. There's definitely a lot of good quotes in it.
Yeah, thank you. It was by my boys, the Frost team, and 1 Million Spooks. So yeah, they out of California as well.
You did that. Shout out to Dre, who's also on the project.
You said who?
Dre, who's on Legacy.
Oh yeah, Dre. Yeah. I have to make sure. Oh yeah, Andre, I'm tripping. Andre the Prius, yeah, he on Legacy, right.
Yes, a super dope collab, by the way. I have to throw that in there.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that's my boy.
So what message do you want listeners to receive, from your music?
Just to, live your life. You know what I mean? Don't compare your journey to somebody else's. Wherever you're at right there, even if it's quote unquote bad at the moment, it is a part of, the journey, and everything will make sense at the end when everything starts to unfold. So just be you and just, I say, put your passion first and just love everybody that love you,
I love that. We ain't even got into the episode yet. You're already dropping gems.
Man, being me,
Love it. I'm looking forward to really getting into it. So I know you used to go by Dove, and so I know in life we evolve, we grow, and different things. So, what's the way that you feel like you evolved in your music career?
Just because when I first started it was really like street influence, even though it still is a bit, but more so now it's just more introspective in life. So that was part of the name change of just growing as a man, and I didn't want to go by a street name or anything like that. So I like my real name. you know. So my mom gave it to me, felt it a certain way. So, you know, I want to, you know, once my name is everywhere, I want it to be my real name.
That's big. It's definitely a legacy type of name too. I feel like your whole weight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, we just, you know.
Who's doing it? I love that. So y'all, it is time to get into tonight's episode. Tonight's episode is titled "No Distractions." So as you mentioned, we talking about passions. We talking about zoning out the distractions and staying focused on our path. So let's get into the acts of the night. So tonight's acts up question is, and if you're out there listening, always go back and read the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say is, what's your favorite way to lock in with your passions and goals? So I'm going to go ahead and go first. My favorite way is to disconnect from everything that is distracting me. So I like to kind of like lock myself in a room, get my mind right. I like to write as well, but I feel like I need that solitude to fully lock in with whatever it is I'm trying to do. Because sometimes when you have outside noise, people in your ear saying you can't still their fears, that actually pushes you off your path. So I need to get like locked in with myself and God so I can focus on whatever it is I need to work on. So what about you, Quincy? What's your favorite way to lock in with your passions and goals?
Well, kind of the same way. Everybody know me, like I only hang with a couple of people anyway, but when it's time to lock in, I kind of sit in solitude as well. If I'm listening to music around the time, I kind of stop listening to music. I don't want to hear really anything when I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So I sit in silence and just recenter myself and know what I have to do and know how I have to prepare for it to perform the way I want to. So just you have to focus. Whatever, like you said, whatever is distracting you, you have to get rid of it. You know, even if it's not permanently, even if it's just temporarily, just to, you know, get through what you need to get through, you know.
Yeah, I like that, and I think sometimes people take it personal. They think it's about them when you taking that moment of solitude. And it's like I be able to let people know, like honestly, when I'm locked in with myself, everybody is on mute for now.
Yeah, no, people really do take it personal when you need some time for yourself, and that's like kind of selfish. So if somebody love you, they'll understand why you need to take this moment to yourself. You'll get right back to them.
Yeah, they'll understand the healthy boundaries that you set in place. I like that. So yeah, let's talk about the importance of giving your passions time and energy. Honestly, your passions and your goals ain't gonna grow if you don't give it time and energy. I learned what you focus on the most, that's actually what grows in your life. And if we focus on drama, chaos, the BS in our life, that's actually, you actually make that a bigger problem versus like giving it to your time and energy. So in your song Legacy, you say eliminate distractions, pour into your passions. Oof. So that was the line for me right there. So you kind of mentioned it, but if anything you want to add on, how do you do so?
Yeah, I pretty much wrapped it up. You know what I mean? Even if it don't necessarily have to be things that's distracting. It can be people that's distracting. You know what I mean? People that allow you to just, they know you have to do something, but they'll just, hey, let's go hang out, and they know you got to do this, but they, you know, they'll just have so much fun with you. They probably won't do it on purpose, but it's like, okay, when I'm with this person, I kind of slack off my stuff because we just having so much fun, you know, and as adults, we don't get to have as much fun as we used to as kids. So it's kind of like addicting when you're around some fun, you know, or a fun person. So sometimes people got to get put on ice for a minute too.
Oh, put on ice. I like that. I'm going to talk to people that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. And I want to say this too, you know, your passions will challenge you. Don't be afraid of it. Actually, was kind of going through this weird time where I was afraid of my passions. I have all these things I want to do, but then I finally had the time to do it, and I'm catching myself like I'm actually changing as a person and evolving. And you know, we can't be afraid of that evolution that comes with that. It'll stop you.
It is a scary feeling to face, you know, things. That's just because you want to be great at it. You know what I mean? So it's good to have that feeling, but you don't get scared of it. Like every time I do something, even though I've been doing it for a long time, I get nervous. I might have to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like B-Rabbit or 8 Mile or something like that. Not well, we ain't throwing up or nothing, but you know, sometimes your stomach get queasy. That's because you give a shit. You know what I mean? So nothing wrong with that, but you got to run towards everything that you're afraid of, because that's
that's the one right there. Okay, run towards everything you're afraid of. I'm with that. Yeah, ain't no growth in the comfort zone.
Yeah, it's not.
And speaking of the comfort zone, elevation requires discipline. That's a big one. I think staying on your path, doing what you really say you mapped out, what you were gonna do. I actually got Nipsey's quote tatted on me. On a mission, your worst enemy is idle time. And honestly, that keeps me like, okay.
That was a quote for sure.
Push it forward. I had that on my graduation cap and everything. I'm like, no, that's real. So what's your best method to stay disciplined? I know it's like writing songs, also being busy as you are, how do you keep discipline in your life?
The best way, I feel like I'm most productive when I'm working out.
Okay.
you have like, because it requires you to, because it's like, okay, say if you're not working out, you're probably not even eating as much. But like, working out requires you to have a schedule. So you have to get up earlier, you know what I mean? So you can get your breakfast in, after the gym, you get a good lunch in, and then, you're eating dinner. So it's like, I think staying in the gym is what make everything else like align,
That's a good health and fitness, man. That's big.
Yeah, because it do something to your mind when you working out physically, It releases a lot of, people don't even know it releases like a lot of toxins just by, breaking them sweats and stuff like that. Getting
all them toxins cloud you.
Yeah, seriously, you get clouded. Yeah, for sure.
That's a big one. I actually just did the LA Marathon, and all the discipline. Thank you. All the discipline it took, like what you just said. I just see what it did to my mental, to my confidence. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, I think we should stay on that.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Keep running that marathon.
Lord, thank you. Woo! What an experience. All right, y'all. It is now time for the tweet up segment. So y'all know I like to be on Twitter. I don't care. I still call it Twitter. Something that I tweeted last week that goes with tonight's episode is feeding distractions starves your goals. So, acknowledge how much time and power you give to distractions. So I mentioned that earlier and stuff, but the more you do that, the more it kind of fades away. Your goals really don't even give a fuck about what's holding you back. Let's be real. Just like if you have a friend who has the same goal as you and they stick to it, they're disciplined, eventually they're going to pass you up. And it's only so much they can wait for you or try to pull you up. So it's like we have to be in charge of our own. We have to self-reflect and actually hold ourselves accountable to how much time and energy we're giving to the BF in our life. Self-reflection feeds level up. So I've been doing this thing called Progressive April. And, I'm on, when April start, I had this thing. But then honestly, it's been an honesty April. And I still find it progressive because I'm being real with myself and knowing what steps I need to take to push myself to the next level.
Right.
So, don't be afraid to be real with yourself. So my question for you, Quincy, what advice would you give to a young man who is aiming to change their life for the better?
It's kind of mirrored with everything we were saying. Just like remove distractions, stay focused, stay disciplined. You know what I mean? You're going to hear a lot of people say, you trying to do that? For real? Like, it may sound hella far-fetched to somebody, your dream, but that's not for them to worry about. It's for you to focus on and get done. You know what I mean? And then once you get it done, people can just be like, damn, he said he was going to do it.
I love that he said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
And he did it. And I think, too, we can't be afraid to be different. I think sometimes like we got this notion we gotta like do what everybody else is doing. It's like when you want to do something different, it's like, oh, why they doing that? And it's like, no, stay 10 toes on whatever it is you're trying to do.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Good answer. Hope y'all listening out there. He on here dropping gems. It is now time for the life up segment. So the life up is when I take the topic and I relate it to a problem in today's world. So the life up for tonight is using fear and self-doubt as a distraction and hiding behind distractions because of fear and not acknowledging why we want to accomplish a certain goal. Fear is a big one, especially in this time of social media. You putting yourself out there, people can see when you fail or, slip up. And fear is a distraction.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've definitely been in those behind two doors, stuck behind it. And also not acknowledging why we want to accomplish a certain goal. It's good to remember your why, like why you started in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
We forget that sometimes, I think, when it gets hard, and
Yeah.
then we kind of like give up on it. But it's like ultimately you have to like pay attention to that. Any thoughts on that topic?
Yeah, like I said, I run to my fears because I used to be the same way. Like, you would distract yourself so you can have a valid excuse of why you didn't try.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I'm afraid of, like I said, I run towards because I know for sure when I get on the other side of that, it's going to be some growth on that. You know what I mean? Some growth, some progress, and some results. So, I be a little afraid of a lot of things, you know what I mean? But you gotta face them head on, you know what I'm saying?
I love that, because like my next question for you was actually going to be about like how do you silence self-doubt. So would you say that's your answer to it, just kind of going head in?
You can't really silence it, like
Mhm.
you cannot pay attention to it so much.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what I mean? I feel like our minds is always gonna wander and race at times, but you got to know how to like just quiet down the noise, because it's not gonna be ever mute. But you can just muffle it. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. I'd always say, how do we fix this? And you definitely gave some really good answers. Everything you just named. And I would say remember your why and all that. So if you could collab with any artist, who would it be and why?
Any artist. That's yeah, because like it's such a like broad thing, because I can go R&B, I can go rap, rap, I would probably do one of my heroes, like maybe like a Nas or somebody like that. Singing wise, I'll do something with like Joe.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Off the wall, you know what I mean? But because I like a lot of old 90s R&B and stuff like that.
Your vibe go with that for real.
Yeah.
Okay, some good answers. We manifesting.
Right.
Okay, y'all. It is now time for the drink up segment.
Drink up. I wish I had something to drink.
So if you're listening right now, please drink some water. Y'all gotta stay hydrated. And I got a water fact tonight. According to the American Lung Association, drinking water can help thin the mucus lining of your airways and lungs, making it easier to breathe. Look, when I run that marathon, I need to have my water, okay? Drink y'all water. I don't care how cold it is, how much it's raining. Drink some water. So that's my water fact for tonight. Gotta remind everybody here.
Yeah, drink your water. It helps your skin. It helps everything. It helps your gut health. You know what I mean? Our body is 75% water. So all day, you walking around like a Pepsi.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's a first date question too. I'll be like, how much water do you drink? Look, you gotta ask.
Yeah, people say, run from the people that say they don't drink water.
Or that say water nasty. That's the one.
Yeah, because then when you say water nasty, I may not even think you take showers at that point. You know what I mean?
I don't know what these people be doing. More of the story, y'all drink y'all water. So back to the episode. So we kind of touched up on this too, but sometimes our environment is a distraction. I've had to do a lot of self-reflecting on who I'm hanging with, and you have to do that literally every other 6 months. I think you really reflect on your environment. I say that because we're always growing, we're always evolving, we're changing, we got different interests. You may be elevating a certain way. Who's genuinely happy for you? I mentioned this on another episode, but I want to kind of bring it up again. We always say, I got my day ones who was there for me when I was at my lowest, but who could be there with you now that you're elevating? Who could clap for you? Who's happy that you're getting new opportunities? And I think that's important too when you're, doing this, reflecting on your environment.
Yeah.
And and I said this earlier, power in solitude and disconnecting. But it is now time for the Poet Up segment. So y'all know I like to write poetry, so this holds me accountable. So here's a quote or two for one of my poems. This one's called Scarred Woman. Okay, here we go. Scarred woman, like a palm tree, people look to you for peace because through the storms you still inspire, you still ascend. Touching the clouds, you allow yourself to heal. The cuts are deep, but the oceans of your strength are deeper. So that is my poeted up for tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. Like a real lyricist approved it. Thank you.
Hey.
I appreciate it. Like I'm trying to like this is me challenging myself. I used to be more private, so I'm like, that's pushing me to next levels. I appreciate
nice.
it. Speaking of quotes and poems, what's one of your favorite quotes that you have written and why? I know it's a lot, but you know.
Yeah, like you asked me to sum up like 20 years of work in one line. I don't even know what's my favorite line. Honestly, I'll be lying to say if I say it.
One of your favorites, you can say that. What comes to your head right now?
Yeah. You said what? No, this has got to be some more substance than that.
Oh, he's trying to do it up.
Yeah, my bro was telling me to say some line. I'm like, nah, that's some rap shit. She wants some deep shit right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
DMX shit.
I like the stuff I was saying on self-healing. I had to talk to God more, you know. I had a problem living in the past, not letting go. I had to practice saying no. You know what I mean? All that stuff I was saying in that verse was like real stuff that I had to go through, you know?
Okay. That works.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Sure.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite thing about doing music?
Just getting my thoughts out. Painting pictures, bringing out certain emotions, you know, and being because I said this to somebody earlier today, you know, music is kind of like the audio version of film. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't see nothing, you only can hear stuff. So I like to paint really vivid pictures so when you close your eyes and you listen to it, you can see it. The same way about acting, you know what I mean? I think it's like the visual, you know, storytelling, you know, so for people to, you know, when you look at a piece on TV and you say, man, like, you know, it makes a tear fall, or it makes you just die laughing, or it just makes you so happy. Those are artists too that are, you know, painting those pictures for you visually, for you to actually feel it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just like that it's art, really.
I love that. Yeah, and I like on one of your songs, you talked about your father and everything like that. Painted a story.
Okay. Yeah, you know, a big part of my life. You know what I mean? It's important that I have my dad. You know what I mean? A lot of people have it. You know, have either parents. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though he gone, it's been 12 years. It's, you know, he's still here with me though. Like, you know, his presence is here, and I'm able to, you know, I know he sees what I got going on. You know, I'm proud. Yeah.
Keeping the legacy going. Well, thank you for sharing on here about that. Yeah, so great answer. It is now time for the show up segment. This is the show up segment. How did I show up for myself this week? I showed up by disconnecting. So I've been on less social media. I ain't been talking to nobody lately. Like I literally, it's been one of them D&D months. Don't disturb. Really digging deep within tapping in, and rested more. I actually downplayed rest. How important it really is to really. I've been having those days where I kind of like lay down, do nothing, and really get my mind right. You know, I want to normalize having that and not being someone that feel like I have to be on the go all the time. You actually get less done when you're like that. So that's how I showed up for myself this week. And if you're listening out there, please comment. How did you show up for yourself this week? I love to read the comments and see what you guys are going on. So what about you, Quincy? How did you show up for yourself this week?
Said I wanted to get back consistent with the gym, so I've been doing that. I just worked out with my little brother earlier today at Bruce Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, we was doing a lot of bar work. You know, you got to be a little strong to do that. You know what I mean? So
I'll give you that one.
We're doing muscle ups and all type of stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, being in the gym, and I like what you said about rest though, because it's crazy because when you are resting so much, somebody that's really goal oriented, we always feel bad for getting rest because like, oh, you can be doing something productive at that moment, but that is productive because you need to have your rest in order to perform the way, you know, to your full capacity. So yeah, I'm prioritize that too when I get done running.
I needed that message. You just spoke to me just now because I was feeling guilty. I was actually beating myself up for resting. So thank you for that. I'm gonna take that message.
Go ahead and get you a nap in.
Yeah, right. And then wake up recharged. Because my skin been glowing all week. I'm like, fuck it, shit. We're gonna like, okay.
The toner and SPF going on.
We're gonna have it naturally.
Yeah.
So I always like to ask guests a fun question. So your fun question is what not right? Okay, sorry. Your fun question is
oh wow.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Gotta be crazy.
That's the way I typed it. What's a song that makes you hit your two-step? I put yo, that's why I'm laughing.
My two-step. I like Let's Play House.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Sure. That's what always make you move. That's an LA classic. You know
I gotta turn that on after this interview.
Do your thing.
I love it. Great answer. Okay, great. It is now time for the wrap-up segment. So how does this relate to self-love? Self-love is loving yourself enough to give time and energy to your passions, to be able to rest, to cut out distractions, to reevaluate your environment. That's a part of self-love. We see self-love as this easy, happy thing. And honestly, it's hard work sometimes, but you know, you have to do that to get closer to the things that you want to accomplish. So Quincy, how do you practice self-love? I love to ask men this.
Take care of myself, you know. I got a face regimen now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, gym, I do my maintenance like every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Haircuts and, you know, eat good. When those negative thoughts do cross my mind, push them out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can feed into it and then that's when we start ruminating on the past and what mistakes we might have made and how would it be if I didn't do this. So I just ignore all that and just try to be present and be grateful too. You know what I mean? The moments that we can't always see it. So yeah, I just gotta put yourself first though, prioritize your mental space, how you are emotionally, like everything.
Great answer. I hope y'all listening out there. And it's the last question I like to ask all my guests. What do you want to be remembered for?
Being me, authentic in every room, on every stage. That was really him. He didn't bend, he didn't fold for nobody, no matter what. And he still made it happen his way. Yeah.
It's okay. I love it. Sorry, y'all. And remember, y'all, distractions aren't worth it. Your goals are. So let's tap into what's really more important at the end of the day, our impact. Let's make an impact. Let's leave our mark on this earth. Let's inspire. Let's do those great things. Let's elevate. I appreciate you coming on my platform. It was a pleasure interviewing you. But before we go, can you go ahead and shout your information out? Where can people check your music out, all that?
Yeah, Quincey White, everything. QUINCEY WHITE. QuinceyWhite.com. Quincey White on Instagram, YouTube. on all the DSPs. Yeah, just Quincey White. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Y'all, I will be back next Thursday with another episode. Y'all follow on Instagram at SpeakUpJV. My personal is at Vernisa. Tell your friends to subscribe, all that. And make sure you check out Quincy's music. It's hot, by the way. It's definitely on my playlist. Before I go, quick shout out to my amazing sponsor. Shout out to the Event Wellness LLC, booking out with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle, booking out at the Event Wellness. And mind y'all, she just gave me a massage and she got me right. So please tap in. But have a good one, Quincy. I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and hopefully we cross paths again. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all everyone else to have a good week too.
Likewise.
All right, bye.